Smith, along with me, Phil Ronimus, our TV producer, Brandon Rigdon, and our radio producer, Sarah Rigdon. And we welcome you into a big-time sectional final matchup. The Lady Green Devils hosting the Ironton Lady Tigers. And Phil, this is a game that we've already seen played out just a couple of weeks ago, actually, at Ironton. So Lady Devils get the home field advantage this time around. And it was a pretty good win for North Adams last time out, I'd say.
Yes, it was 45-30 was the final score. I don't really have breakdowns on that other than the schedule. Ironton, however, overall is 4-15, 1-9 in their conference, which is the Ohio Valley Conference. They are obviously a Division III team. They've been scoring 66.5 points per game. That's been their season average over the course of their schedule, but giving up 82.3 points per game. So there must be not a lot of defense in that league sometimes as far as both
right.
Both sides there. So that's a quick look at the Ironton Fighting Tigers, and that's the Lady Fighting Tigers. Now for North Adams, they were 22-0 overall, 13-0 in the league. Overall, they scored 54.6 points per game, gave up 31.9. So they have a plus 16, a little over 16 plus point average against their opponents. And they do have several people that are in the top 5 in the league leading for the Shack. Kenley Jones with assists with 4. Field goal percentage, we have Kenley Jones with 46.8%, Tatum Grooms 45.1%, Caitlin Berger 44.6%, and Kenley Jones is number 4 in steals with 3.5 per game.
Excellent. And then, of course, in a league like the Shack, you don't get a gold ball and go undefeated without a little bit of challenge. So Coach Davis and these Lady Green Devils are certainly well on their way to having a fantastic postseason run. We're going to honor America here courtside. We will be back with more from the Baxla Tractor Sales Seaman and Batavia Tip-Off Show right after this.
The easiest way to give your home or business a new look is with new flooring from the Carpet Outlet. Locally owned and operated since 1979, the Carpet Outlet stocks thousands of colors and styles from all the major manufacturers of carpet, hardwood, tile, luxury vinyl tile, and laminate flooring. For top quality flooring at prices that'll floor you, visit the Carpet Outlet on Tri-County Road, just a few miles west of Winchester, Ohio. Or check them out on Facebook by searching Winchester Carpet Outlet.
Team sports teach the young men and women of our community how to work together to achieve a common goal. They also reinforce other character traits such as respect, dedication, and self-discipline. The family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes with locations in Peebles, Seaman, and Winchester salute the teams of the Southern Hills Athletic Conference and wish you the best of luck. The family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes, providing the care and service that you and your family deserve.
Our mission is to educate, inspire, and honor.
This is the sound of honor roaring. This is the sound of a generation rising above.
We want to be involved in the education of young people so that they can take the stories that our pilots tell and realize their own dreams.
The Commemorative Air Force honors the heroes of yesterday while educating and inspiring the heroes of tomorrow. You can learn more at soundsofhistory.org.
If something happens to you, will your family be taken care of? It's a scary thought, but preparing for the unexpected can give you peace of mind. With a life insurance policy from Encova Insurance, you can secure your family's financial future. Contact Link Insurance Service today to find out how simple it is to keep your family protected, no matter what happens. Visit linkinsuranceservice.com or call Shirley Link at 695-0611.
Welcome back courtside North Adams High School, and welcome back to the Baxla Tractor Sales in Seaman and Batavia Tip-Off Show. Phil, let's take a look at our visitors on the scoreboard here today as we get into the rosters.
Okay, the Lady Fighting Tigers of Ironton are coached by Jeremy Williams, assisted by Trey Fletcher and Brian Deere. AD is Traven Pendleton, Principal Jeff Harrison, and Mr. Galeka is the superintendent. Number 1 is Peyton Deere, 5'9" and a sophomore. At 5'6" and a freshman. Number 2, Camille Martin. Number 3 will be Evan Williams, 5'5" and a senior, also senior, and also at 5'5". Number 4, Tegan Carpenter. 5 is Lexi McCall, 5'8" and a freshman. At 5'7" and a freshman. Number 11, Chloe Patterson. Kirsten Williams will wear 12 this afternoon. She's 5'8" and a senior. Addison Neal, also 5'8", but a freshman, wearing 14, Addison Neal. 22 is Kagan Henderson, 5'10" and a sophomore. At 5'6" and a sophomore. Number 23, Isabel Morgan. 24 will be Emerson White, 5'7" and a sophomore. And same height, but a junior, wearing 34, Tashana Young. And that's a look at the Ironton Fighting Tigers.
All right, thanks, Phil. Hey, we're introducing the players here courtside. Let's go ahead and get into the gold ball winning North Adams Lady Green Devils.
Okay, Green Devils are coached by Rob Davis, assisted by Laney Davis, Taylor Jodry, Avery Harper, and Brady Johnson. AD Katie Reagan, Principal Carl Berger, and Superintendent Richard Sees. Number 1 is McKenna Shelton, 5'6" and a sophomore. Also sophomore at 5'9", wearing 3, Tatum Grooms. Carly Kennedy will wear 4 this afternoon. She's 5'8" and a sophomore. At 5'7" and a senior, number 5, Bree Stout. Caitlin Berger is 10. She's 6'1" and a sophomore. At 6 feet and a senior, wearing 11, Keaton Hupp. Lainey Ruckle will be 12. She's 5'7" and a senior. At 5'8" and a junior, 13, Harley Brand. 5'2" and a junior, wearing 14, Kelly Jones. And rounding out the Lady Devils roster, Taylor Shelton will wear 23. She's 5'8" and a junior. So as you can see, both of these teams are relatively pretty young.
Yes, absolutely. But, you know, surprisingly, as young as North Adams is, they do have a lot of experience on this this ball club already.
Right.
Great coaching staff as well. Maybe the best dressed. I just want to put this out here. Best dressed coaching staff in not just the league, maybe the region, because got to give a shout out to Joe Davis. Rob's wife came by, gave him an outfit check before we got started. All of his coaching staff has got like velvet pants on. Courtside, as that will wrap up the Baxter Tractor Sales in Seaman and Batavia tip-off show. We are getting set for tip, as that's going to go controlled up and taken by the Lady Devils. Phil, let's go ahead and start those starting 5 for North Adams as they control the tip.
North Adams, Caitlin Berger, 10, Keaton Hupp, 11, Lainey Ruckle, 12, Harley Brand, 13, and Kenley Jones, 14.
All right, North Adams controls it off the tip. They had an inside shot, no good from Caitlin Berger. That's a one and done. Nice job boxing out on the left side of the Lady Tigers, as there were 3 recipients down there to 1 Carly Berger. Ironton will reset. Let's go ahead and set as we've got a drive into the paint. That's Isabel Morgan. Kicks out for 3 from the corner. No, they will say 2. Foot on the line from Kirsten Williams. Let's go ahead and set that starting 5 for Ironton, Phil.
1, Peyton Deere, 3, Evan Williams, 4, Tegan Carpenter, 12, Kirsten Williams, and 23, Isabel Morgan.
Thank you very much, Phil. Back to action. North Adams controls, running a little offensive high-low, as there's a long 3. That's going to be off the back iron, shot by Kenley Jones, no good. Ironton tries to reel it in. Nice job, hands on it. Keaton Hupp will knock it out of bounds.
Looked like Ironton was trying to play a man-to-man. That shot by Miss Jones, NBA range, WNBA range maybe I should say in this case.
Is the range different? Oh, there's a steal of the basketball as Harley Brand comes out with it coast to coast, up and in, puts the Lady Devils on the board. We're tied 2 apiece.
Good job by Harley on that steal.
Quick hands, quick feet. Tegan Carpenter controls it. She'll hand off. That's to Williams. Williams goes in the paint. Yep, little stutter step. Had a little help with that one. Nice job getting the hand up for the block was Berger, and she just couldn't handle it.
Little token pressure by Ironton here with the ball coming up the court.
It's going to go into the hands of Kenley Jones. Kenley moves across half court, looks left side. That goes to Harley Brand. North Adams in their white jerseys, green numerals trimmed in gold. As nice kick out, they go high-low. Nothing there. Jones had a touch. They'll go instead to Ruckle to reset. Now on the left side, Brand Brand looks at that NBA range three again. They'll go to Jones. Now on the right side to Ruckel. Going inside, that's in the hands of Berger for a moment. Now they'll kick out. A nice Euro step move. Wow, how'd she get that to fall? Kenley Jones puts it up and in from like completely horizontal, going out of bounds.
Yep, scoop shot from about 10 feet from the basket. Uses the board and it goes right down through.
They'll hand off now. Ironton with the ball. North Adams up 4-2. With it is Morgan. Out top, she'll hand off to Williams. Williams resets. Ironton in black uniforms, orange numerals trimmed in white. Also, give a shout out to their shoe game because they've got some pretty impressive sneakers on for this ball game this afternoon. North Adams looking impressive on the defensive side. Nothing down low at all open for Ironton. They tried to go. It gets tapped back out. It's in the hands of Williams. There's another tap around. Berger gets a hand on it. She's going to strip it away. Kicks out. It's in the hands of Brand. Brand one-on-one. Goes right side up. No call. Berger will get the call, though, as she rebounds and is knocked out of bounds. What nice job by North Adams. Great follow-up by Berger right there on the breakaway to get the foul drawn.
Fouls on Tegan Carpenter. That'll be her first, team's first, and the game's first.
Well, even nicer than the gather, Phil, was the fact that she almost, well, I guess she did start to get a shot off, so she's going to get to step to the free throw line.
And for Ironton, number 2, Camille Martin coming in, replacing Peyton Deere.
At the half, it's the Barry Chevrolet McFarland Chevrolet halftime report. We're going to give you the keys to the second half, brought to you by the McFarland family of dealers in West Union and Maysville.
Keaton Hupp makes both of her foul shots. She's normally 65.3 on the season, so she's well above her average.
Gotta like that. 2 for 2 makes it 6-2. North Adams on top. Ironton looking to answer. There's another block, and what a nice rebound by Berger. Sky's up there. Pulls it down. Excuse me, that's Hupp. Hupp tries to go for the long three. No good. That's a one and done as Ironton's Williams is there to collect it. She'll cross half court, moving left side into the corner for three. No. That was a missed shot by Morgan. On the rebound, it's going to be Jones for North Adams, moving cross half court, goes right side now to Brand. Brand back at the top of the key. Now right side to Ruckel. Ruckel goes to Hupp at the free throw line, dribbles around the defense. Little off balance shots, no good. Ironton looking to answer. Gets it across half court, kicks left side. Morgan has a touch. Now they'll go to the top of the key. Down to the paint, dribble, drive, up, and one. That's going to be Evan Williams driving down the lane to collect the two and try to collect another one.
Foul's going to be on 13, Harley Brand, her first. In for North Adams, number 3, Tatum Grooms, replacing Caitlin Berger.
So a 6-4 score. North Adams on top. Ironton able to pull it within one with a made shot here. 4:09 to go in our first quarter of play. Shot's no good, but the rebound will come back to Ironton as the Lady Tigers, good job. 4 minutes. It's time for a scoreboard update. That is 6-4. North Adams leading here in our first quarter of play. Lady Green Devils on top. Ironton with the ball. Long skip court pass over to Williams. Williams looking to have something underneath. Nobody cutting to the rim for the Lady Tigers. Working on a reset. Evan Williams goes one-on-one. She'll go left side, puts it up and in, ties at 6 apiece.
Williams with all the points for Lady Fighting Tigers right at the moment.
Boy, it can be said, Phil, the North Adams Lady Green Devils have not played a game in like 12 days. And certainly having watched that last game against Eastern to seeing this game now, there's a little bit of rust that I think they're going to have to knock off here early. But if I know Coach Davis and the Green Devils, that's going to happen pretty quick.
I would agree with you. They just got to get warmed up here again.
Ruckel has it right side, looking low, nothing there. They'll kick to Brand. Now on the right side, Jones. Kenley goes one-on-one into the paint. Nice Euro step up, and oh man, that touched every part of the rim and went out. Ironton on the rebound. Coming down with it is Williams. Williams slows up, lets her team get down, crosses half court, moves right side. She'll go to Kirsten Williams. Kirsten into the paint. She is matched up with 3 Lady Devils and will travel. Turnover for Ironton.
Carly Kennedy coming in for Green Devils, giving Harley Brand a little breather.
Tied up 6 apiece, 2:40 to go here in our first quarter of play. Don't forget, you can listen to 99.5 The Edge on the air, online, on our app, and even on your Alexa. Download the Alexa skill and ask what's playing on 99.5 The Edge. This game also on Goodguysradiotv.com today. For those of you listening on the radio, you can check it out. Head to Goodguysradiotv.com. North Adams with possession, still tied 6 apiece. 2:15 to go here in our first. Ball's going to be right side to Ruckel. She'll dribble down to the baseline, goes up, no good. She gets her own rebound and fights out of there with a couple of Lady Tigers hanging on her all the way. Over to Jones now. Dribbles out to the top of the key. Jones looks low, gets a screen, doesn't dribble down. She'll go to Grooms instead. Tatum has a handle, kicks down to Hupp. Hupp back out to Kennedy. Carly Kennedy with the touch, now back to Keaton Hupp. Now underneath, that is Grooms. Grooms dribbles around the defender, fights to put one up and in, make it 8-6.
Good fake with that left hand, then she took that right hand underneath the defensive arm and kissed it off the glass.
Very nice move down low. North Adams leading 8-6, 1:25 to go in the first. With it is Ironton. Ironton again trying to dribble, but North Adams just denying any time they pass that three-point line. Ironton has to kick back out. Carpenter has a touch. Now they'll go to Williams. Williams directing a little traffic. She'll hand off to Martin. Martin, a little trouble, has to kick off to Carpenter. Now in the corner to Morgan. Morgan will dribble back out, reset top of the key. Skip court pass over to Williams. Williams in the paint, short on the shot. Rebound is going to come down to Kennedy. Carly reels it in, hands off. That's in the hands now of Jones. Jones, oh man!
Wow.
That was an NFL block down low. And Tatum Grooms just hammered to the floor.
Well, that foul's going to be on Kirsten Williams. That will be her first, team second for Ironton.
Boy, Tatum Grooms, just a beast of a young lady. Still made the shot, Phil. Made the shot. She's stepping to the line. I would be crying on the floor if that were me.
Yeah, she hit it doggone hard.
Oh, shots up, no good. 10-6, North Adams leads. Coming out on that foul, by the way, was Kirsten Williams. North Adams gets the rebound off the missed free throw, fought for it, and eventually there will be a foul called against the Lady Devils as the ball gets tapped around.
Foul's going to be on Carly Kennedy. That will be her first, team second for North Adams.
Don't forget, after the final buzzer, we're going to honor our player of the game. Be sure to stick around. Honestly, at this very moment, I would have to say it would go to Tatum Grooms, just for being able to get back up after that NFL block.
McKenna Shelton in for the Lady Devils, replacing Carly Kennedy.
In the backcourt, North Adams picking up the pressure defense in the backcourt. It finally broken. Coming across is Williams. Williams still trying to dribble around. She gets caught up, and a steal. That was Hupp with the tap out. Coming down with it is going to be Kennedy. Now to Jones. Jones gets tapped from behind. Ball will go out of bounds. Last touched by Ironton. 9.7 seconds. Time enough for an inbound play here. North Adams to get a shot off. Again, 10-6, our score here in the first. Having a little discussion down in the corner. I think just getting people set. There we go. Comes into Grooms. Grooms goes to Hupp. Now back into the corner to Ruckel. Down to 4 seconds. Ruckel goes up underneath. Grooms dribbles. She's tapped around. An off-balance shot is where we'll end it. 10-6. North Adams leads after one here on 99.5 The Edge and Goodguysradiotv.com.
Our beliefs matter. They're reflected in our words and actions. At First State Bank, we believe in treating people well, and we've been doing just that since 1884. Listening, caring, looking out for each other. It's what people deserve. It's what a real local bank does. While lots of things have changed over the years, our belief in the people of this community hasn't. First State Bank, built on belief. Member FDIC.
Our business is helping you grow. We're Baxter Tractor. We take care of you like family.
We're Incredible sales and service. Baxla Tractor is the name to know, and for the ultimate tractor, Kubota is the name to trust. Kubota's compact tractors and zero-turn mowers have been engineered from the ground up to deliver top quality.
Our business is helping you grow. Baxter Tractor.
Welcome back courtside here at North Adams High School. The Lady Green Devils hosting Ironton up 10-6 after the first. Phil, it's a busy day of basketball. Right now over on C103, it is Fairfield, I believe, hosting Huntington. That tipped off at 1. Lynchburg also hosting Piketon. All that in girls action. The Lynchburg game will come to you on delay following the Fairfield game. So that's over on C103. And, of course, here, North Adams, we are Ironton taking on the Lady Green Devils. Got another game coming up next. We'll talk about that here in just a minute. First, let's back to action. Ironton shot up, no good. Foul on the rebound is committed against Tegan Carpenter, who hits the floor.
Foul's going to be on McKenna Shelton. That will be her first coming into the game. Harley Brand replacing Shelton.
Thank you, Phil. Western Brown boys, by the way, in action. That's our second game today. Tips off at 3:30 from Fairfield High School, taking on Western Hills. Good luck to the Broncos. More boys action over on 703 tonight. Big block. Wow. Glad I stopped for a second as Grooms gets the block, and Ruckel will be the recipient going coast to coast, make it 12-6, and that's the kind of action we are used to seeing out of the North Adams Lady Green Devils.
Exactly.
Carpenter has it, caught in the trap out front. She kicks to Deere. Deere will have to skip over to Morgan. Morgan now back to Deere. Fakes. Maya got away with a little stutter step there. They'll reset back out to Williams at the top. Now in the hands of Carpenter. Hands off to Martin. As I was saying, Fayetteville boys will be in action. Our final game of the night over on C103 from Princeton High School, taking on Miami Valley Christian. That tips off at 6 p.m. So a very full day of basketball action, and that's not even the games that we can't cover. We'll talk about the other teams in action here in just a bit. Left side corner, Peyton Deere gets one to go up and in, make it 12-9.
First three of the game going to Ironton.
Back, North Adams moves to the right. Kenley Jones, hands off. It's in the hands of Brand. Brand getting tapped all the way around the perimeter there. We'll go to the left side. Now she goes into the paint and has to kick back out to Jones. Jones looking low. Hands off to Hupp. Hupp in trouble. She'll go to Grooms. Loses it away underneath.
Back in for the Devils will be Caitlin Berger, giving Keaton Hupp a little breather. Keaton's been in since the get-go of this game.
Well, North Adams does that well as well. They keep fresh legs on the floor. Of course, someone like Keaton Hupp, someone you want to keep in as much as you can, but give credit to Coach Davis. He'll move him in and out. Brand has a touch. She'll go up top to, is that Jones? Back to Brand. Three shot, no good. On the stick back, it's Berger. Nice job. Caitlin Berger fights for the rebound, fights to get a shot back up, and now is going to step to the free throw line where hopefully she won't have to fight to get 2 points on the board here.
Fouls on Peyton Deere. That will be her first, team third for Ironton. Berger normally 55.5%.
Well, she'll stay close to that.
Yep. Keaton Hupp in for Tatum Grooms. Tatum well-deserved rest. Give that bruise a little chance to settle down.
Might be icing it right now.
Right.
Second shot up, straight in. Laser shot there, makes it 13-9.
North Adams in a three-quarter court 1-2-2.
Ball's tapped away, stolen away now. Kenley Jones will end up with it for the Lady Devils. Going down low and a tie-up again. Man, they are just determined to beat up the posts for this North Adams team. Ironton all over them there. Caitlin Berger's going to be fouled again.
Fouls on Evan Williams. That will be her first, team fourth for Ironton.
North Adams, a little time off to get it in there. They'll finally get it, and a three-shot rattled around. Berger on the cleanup, no good. Stick bang, no, they'll kick it out. Ironton comes out, that's going to Morgan, and a nice Nice transitional play there by Ironton. In the backcourt, we got a little trouble. Harley Brand slow to get up and down the court. Okay, we're going to have a shoe tie here just to reset. Again, lots of action today. Teams that will not be on the air. Good luck to the Fayetteville Lady Rockets in action right now against Miami Valley Christian from Monroe. People's Lady Indians are currently in action at Minford, and I believe it's Eastern hosting Southeastern. That's also girls action at Eastern right now. 1 o'clock tip-off. So all those games are currently played. We've got 6 teams from the Shack that are playing right now, Phil. Girls action is crazy busy here on a Saturday.
Yeah, everybody's playing against each other, unfortunately,
That's
time-wise.
just the way it works. But, hey, we're trying to get as much in as we can, so hopefully you are listened in, tuned in here on your Saturday. North Adams back to action here. We had the shoot tie on the pass around. That is going to go the way of the North Adams Lady Green Devils, and I think that's probably not right because it slipped through an Ironton hand and then through a North Adams hand. So, yeah, overturned after review of the play. The ruling on the field has been changed.
The ruling on the field has been changed.
Yeah.
The playing field.
Yeah. So it will be an Ironton possession. That comes to Williams. Williams goes to Carpenter. They're still not over cross half court. Now they will break. They'll get to Martin. Man, North Adams doing an excellent job on the trap. In fact, so good, Ironton had to take a timeout. So we will take one with them. We'll be back right after this here on 99.5 The Edge and Good Guys Radio TV.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
Welcome back again here courtside at North Adams High School. Sectional final matchup. Our North Adams Lady Green Devils hosting the Ironton Lady Tigers. Ironton, by the way, got here by defeating West Union. If you missed that game earlier this week, they knocked the West Union Lady Dragons out of the tournament 55-21. So North Adams, hey, they're doing the neighborly thing. They're gonna get a win back and avenge West Union here today, I think. Ironton gets it in play off the timeout into the corner. That's going to be blocked. Yeah, nice job. Quick hands there on the part of Berger. Got a partial touch. Ironton will get the rebound, though. Kick back out to Carpenter. Carpenter to Martin. Martin will hand off to Morgan now at the top of the key. 4:40 to go here in our second quarter. 13-11. North Adams leads, by the way. That is your scoreboard update. And Phil and I just about got into the action off a missed pass. Martin will lose it out of bounds. That will go to the Lady Green Devils.
Tatum Groom's back in for Harley Brand.
Is she bruising up yet? She doesn't look like it. She's bounced back. She's fine.
She's a Grooms.
If you missed it, Tatum Grooms took a full-on NFL linebacker block to the face, still made the shot, and here she is again in the paint, getting knocked around. She'll put one up. That one is short. Comes out now to Ironton. Williams will have it. Crosses half court, lets her team catch up. Down to 4:15 to go in our first half. Williams directing a little traffic. Dribbles back out to half court.
North Adams has them pressed out almost to half court between the spiking line for the volleyball and the half court line.
Back to Morgan. Now Morgan says, you know what, there's no one going to the paint, so I'm just going to have to dribble there myself. She gets one up and in from the right side, makes it 13 all. Coach Davis says, go. Let's go. Lady Green Devils coming across half court. They'll kick it over to Hupp. We're now tied 13 apiece with 3:40 to go in the first half. Looking down low, that's Hupp. Hupp, nice turnaround, left-handed layup up and in.
That's one of Keaton's favorite moves there, little shoulder fake to the opposite way and rolls to the left or the right, depending on which side of the basket she's on.
Fake right, go left, and I can see why it was extremely effective. Ironton with the ball goes to Deere. Deere has a touch over to Morgan now. And again, North Adams Lady Green Devils defense is doing a great job of keeping Ironton out of the paint collectively. But these one-on-one matchups, Ironton is taking advantage of. Dribbling around, nice. As I say that, Tatum Grooms, steal, dribble, drive, up, and there we go. 17-13. North Adams back up by 4.
It's nice to see the big person like Tatum take that the whole way, get the steal, and go up in an easy layup.
Absolutely. Tatum Grooms, a 5'9" sophomore. If she has any more growth in her, she's already very good. I hate to imagine what she's going to be like with another inch or two. As there's another steal. Ruckel will get it for the Lady Green Devils. She'll slow up a bit. Everybody catches up. Jones has a touch. They'll go underneath to Grooms. Grooms again getting bodied around underneath. They'll try to go to Berger. Berger beats the defender up and from the right side. 13-13, North Adams on top, 2:15 to go here in our first half.
Nice fake by the passer to get it to the opposite side of where Caitlin thought she was going to get it and had an easy layup.
Absolutely. Ironton tries to answer, no. Shut down. Tatum Grooms on the rebound. Kicks out to Jones. Jones crosses half court, goes right side, now to the top of the key. That's Ruckel. Ruckel dribbles in, has to kick out to Berger. Berger resets, under, Hupp, turn around, and yes, 21-13. We got a timeout, Ironton. Lady Green Devils are rolling. 1:48 to go in the first half. It's 21-13. We're back after this on Good Guys Radio TV and 99.5 The Edge.
From the ashes of Winchester, Seaman, and Cherry Fork was born the North Adams High School in 1970. North Adams fans are proud of their heritage, but come together as one, supporting the students academically and athletically. We always bring a crowd as the spirit of the Green Devil burns inside of us. We learn to tell our story from coast to coast. We are the Green Devils.
Who is Barry Chevrolet? Why don't you ask your friends and neighbors? Because after 70 years and 4 generations in the automotive industry, odds are we've made a happy customer out of somebody you know. Hard-working, proud Americans drive Chevrolets, and that's why we sell them at Barry's. Hats off to everybody driving a Silverado truck. You're my kind of people. Barry Chevrolet, your best deal dealer.
We are back to action here courtside at North Adams. Lady Green Devils had about a minute and a half of game time tick off, and they went on a tear. Was tied 13 apiece at about 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Now lead 21-13 with a minute 30 to go in our second quarter of play. Ironton will have the ball off the timeout. It's handed to Williams, and boy, North Adams is looking good on both sides of the ball now. Ironton just nowhere to go. Martin will have a touch. Left side, she gets, she's picked up her, she has traveled. Yeah, there we go. Oh, they're calling the double dribble. She took a full step forward off her pivot foot, but that's okay. Well, Rob Davis was screaming in my ear. I'd have been like, yep, okay. Rob was, he was ready on that one. All right, North Adams has not many turnovers, surprisingly traditional turnovers in this ball game thus so far. It's been a lot of shoot and rebound well for both sides.
According to my calculations, none.
Well, there's a three. All right. Kenley Jones straight away puts it up.
She needed that one to get untracked.
Absolutely. And this is what we said, Phil. These Lady Green Devils had not played in 12 days. Practice all you want. You really cannot recreate a basketball game feel without actually doing it. So
right.
You knocked the rust off of the first quarter, and this is the North Adams team we've seen all season. Lady Green Devils again giving fits to this Lady Tigers team, trying to work the ball, having to go into a three-man weave out top. There's another handoff. It's in the hands of Deere. She'll go right up the lane. It's tapped away by Berger. Stolen away on the streak is Kenley Jones. Up and from the left side. Make it 26-13. And, man, the Lady Green Devils now on a 13-0 tear. The crowd getting into it, down to 10 seconds. Carpenter has it, top of the key. She'll try to dribble inside. Nothing there. She'll have to kick back out. With a touch, back to Carpenter. 3 shot, that's off the mark. North Adams has it. Ruckel, half court. Oh! Are they going to wave?
No.
No way. No way.
Oh, my gosh. That was a three-quarter court shot.
They're not going to count it, but it was so good. All right, well, that's a good energy feel for going into halftime. We're going to take a quick break.
Exactly.
We'll be back. They're discussing it. Yeah, they are waving it off. Man, best shot of the season we've seen. They wave it off. 26-13 at the half, the Barry Chevrolet. McFarland Chevrolet halftime report is coming to you right after this here on Good Guys Radio TV at 99.5 The Edge.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking. Taste the snappy tomato pizza difference for yourself. Order from Seaman at 937-386-1010 or from West Union at 937-544-5583. Order online at snappytomato.com. You've been listening to us for years.
Shot up by Simon for three. It's up and in.
Now it's time to watch.
I can save.
Good Guys Radio TV is here with live video coverage of everything happening in our area. Local sports.
And this one is a hard shot out to left field.
Local events.
Hey, this is Braden hanging out with you.
It's all on GoodGuysRadioTV.com. That's GoodGuysRadioTV.com.
Hey, sports fan! Did you know the OHSAA is among the national leaders in social media? Check out the OHSAA's social media platforms for news, tournament information, accomplishments, helpful links, and all the items available in the fan guide, including photos, DVDs, and publications. Check out OHSAA Sports on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram. And who knows, you may be the next featured face.
The easiest way to give your home or business a new look is with new flooring from the Carpet Outlet. Locally owned and operated since 1979, the Carpet Outlet stocks thousands of colors and styles from all the major manufacturers of carpet, hardwood, tile, luxury vinyl tile, and laminate flooring. For top quality flooring at prices that'll floor you, visit the Carpet Outlet on Tri-County Road, just a few miles west of Winchester, Ohio. Or check them out on Facebook by searching Winchester Carpet Outlet.
26-13, North Adams on top. But boy, I'll tell you, up until about the 3 minutes to go in that first half, this was a very, very close ball game. It was tied 13 apiece, like I say, at about the 3-minute mark in that second quarter. And North Adams went on a 13-0 tear to close out those final 3 minutes, almost 16-0, as we had a huge three at the buzzer that they said was just a hair too late, so they waved it off. But man, North Adams Lady Green Devils certainly had to knock off the rust, but they are playing as well as we've seen them all season to this point. So looking good for the second half. Phil and I will be back to talk the keys to the second half on the Barry Chevrolet McFarland Chevrolet halftime report here in just a moment. First, we're going to head back to the studio. Our producer, Sarah Rigdon, has got your Wallace Law Firm studio update coming your way after this on Good Guys Radio TV and 99.5 The Edge.
Team sports teach the young men and women of our community how to work together to achieve a common goal. They also reinforce other character traits such as respect, dedication, and self-discipline. The family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes with locations in Peebles, Seaman, and Winchester salute the teams of the Southern Hills Athletic Conference and wish you the best of luck. The family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes, providing the care and service that you and your family deserve. At HigginsRoofing.com.
This is Maggie with your Higgins Steel Roofing Studio Update. The game that you are currently listening to is the Fairfield Lady Lions taking on Huntington. The score is currently 20-16 with the Fairfield Lady Lions on top. Over on our sister station right now, 99.5 The Edge, and on Good Guys Radio TV, is Ironton versus the North Adams girls. And right after this game here on C103 is Lynchburg Clay girls taking on Piketon. We have a full slate of basketball action today, so make sure that you check out on our Facebook page at C103 Country to see our full day schedule. And this has been Maggie with your Higgins Steel Roofing Studio Update.
Attorneys Bruce Wallace and Mackenzie Carrington at Wallace Law Firm for legal representation in your personal injury case. Contact Wallace Law Firm in Mount Orb at 937-444-2563.
This is Sarah with your Wallace Law Firm Studio Update. The game you are currently listening to is the girls Ironton versus North Adams tournament, and the current score is 26-13 with North Adams in the lead. Over on our sister station, C103, you can catch the girls Huntington versus Fairfield tournament happening right now. Right after that game, you can hear the girls Lynchburg versus Piketon tournament as well. We also have another game here on 99.5 The Edge against the boys Western Brown and Western Hills tournament at 3:30 p.m., so don't miss out on that one either. Next Saturday, we have many more basketball tournaments both here on 99.5 and C103. Remember that you can always watch these games live on Goodguysradiotv.com. This has been Sarah with your Wallace Law Firm Studio Update.
Finding the right path in life can seem difficult.
Our mission is to educate, inspire, and honor.
This is the sound of honor roaring. This is the sound of a generation rising above.
We want to be involved in the education of young people so that they can take the stories that our pilots tell and realize their own dreams.
The Commemorative Air Force honors the heroes of yesterday while educating and inspiring the heroes of tomorrow. You can learn more at soundsofhistory.org.
If something happens to you, will your family be taken care of? It's a scary thought, but preparing for the unexpected can give you peace of mind. With a life insurance policy from Encova Insurance, you can secure your family's financial future. Contact Link Insurance Service today to find out how simple it is to keep your family protected, no matter what happens. Visit linkinsuranceservice.com or call Shirley Link at 695-0611.
Hey, we're back courtside here at North Adams High School, continuing our Barry Chevrolet, McFarland Chevrolet halftime report. It's time to talk the keys to the second half. Phil, I think as far as North Adams is concerned, play the same amount of basketball, the same style of basketball you have in the last 3 minutes, and that's pretty straightforward at that point.
Yes. According to my calculations, they have no turnovers. Only 1 for 5 from beyond the arc, which is unusual for North Adams.
Is, yes.
But they're 50% from inside the arc for the half, 10 for 20, 3 for 5 from the foul line. No turnovers, like I said. 6 players in the scoring column. Now for Ironton on the other side, turnovers 12, 5 in the first quarter, 7 in that second quarter, which they just got picked to death by the defense that time, like you said. Only been to the line once. They are also 50% from the inside the arc, but they're only 5 for 10, whereas North Adams is 10 for 20. And 1 for 4 from the outside. I don't know how they are. We were unable to come up with any statistics for the Ironton Lady Fighting Tigers. But anyhow, yeah, North Adams needs to do what they've been doing there, like you said, the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, if they can make a complete second half like the last 3 minutes have been, it's not going to be I hate to tell you this, folks, but it might not be interesting by the end of it. I do think that Ironton is a good ball club that is going to fight to stay in this. It'll just depend on what second half adjustments they've made there in the locker room. Because at this point, if North Adams plays the way we know they can play, the way they've played in the last few minutes of this game, there's really not much stopping them. They're doing great on the defensive side. No looks down low at all for Ironton. Everything that they have gotten down underneath has been a one-on-one matchup where they're, getting around a defender, and then that North Adams defense collapses, and you just have to shoot over top of the trees at that point.
Matt, I think we got a celebrity in the house. I think we've got the new Ohio Director of Agriculture sitting across from us there.
Fantastic.
So congratulations to him on that award.
That would be Mr. Brian Baldridge. Yes, absolutely. Congrats to Brian. That's awesome. He's in the house. We're back to action here as North Adams will control it off the quarter break. They're going to go into Berger. Berger dribbles around the defense. Tries, that one's too hard off the back glass. Williams will come down with it for Ironton. Now, one thing I can say for North Adams, got to get, wow, okay, 3-shot. Williams, Kirsten Williams had one a few feet behind the line, completely uncontested. And here's Berger, completely uncontested, to answer. Makes it 28-16. But anyways, if I could say anything for North Adams, is they do need to get a few more second and third looks at the ball, having a few too many one-and-done opportunities here this afternoon. Ironton with it, and there we go again. See why North Adams denying anything in the paint. No one's able to stand down there, but every once in a while, Ironton is beating a one-on-one matchup. They're going to answer. Berger, shot blocked, but she's fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Foul's going to be on Peyton Deere. That will be her second foul of the night. The first foul of this second half for either team.
Coming up after the game, we're going to sit down and talk with head coach Rob Davis of the North Adams Lady Green Devils, and we'll also name our player of the game after the final buzzer. So be sure and stay tuned for all that coming up here after the matchup. First shot was good. Second shot rims out. And on the rebound, we got tap out by Ironton. So North Adams will retain possession.
I think the only player that's been in the entire game so far for North Adams has been Lainey Ruckle. I don't think she's had to sit at all.
Well, inbounds it comes, and Hupp is going to step to the line to shoot 2 more. Yeah, again, that is something that Coach Davis has always done very well. Keeps fresh legs on the floor, and which is, some very surprising. You look at the comparison of the 2 rosters for these 2 ball clubs. North Adams Lady Green Devils have 10 ladies on the roster, and all 10 will touch the floor. Like there's nobody sitting by idly. They are all active, all in, and that should be no. Okay, jump ball. Dual possession. I was going to say should really have been a travel as Isabel Morgan reeled it in and then kind of scooted up to retain possession, but whatever. It'll stay with the Ironton Lady Tigers. That's why I don't wear the stripes. I was just wrong.
You should.
Okay. Ironton missed shot off balance by Morgan. North Adams with the rebound. Jones will have it. She'll go to Brand on the right side. Back to Jones. Now left side looking is Ruckle. Ruckle tries to go underneath. It's kicked out, and we'll have another dual possession. Boy, once those start, it's like Pringles. Once they pop, the jump balls don't stop.
Yeah. Now, Matt, I wasn't meaning anything wrong with you being the stripes. Everybody should be a referee at least one time.
You think?
And a coach and a player.
There's another. Nope, this is just going to be a straight foul.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to get called on North Adams, I'm afraid, as scrum underneath will be. Okay, we've got just an official warning happening here as Coach Davis, and I can agree to that, didn't like the call as Ironton kind of fought to get it out of dual possession territory and kind of forced the foul. So An official warning, it's all good. Everything's good. 30-16, North Adams leads a long rainbow of a three. That's off the mark. On the rebound is going to be Kenley Jones. Jones streaks up the court, stops, thinks about popping. She kicks it over now in the left-hand corner for three. Yes, sir. Harley Brand knocks it down and makes it look easy.
That's one of Harley's favorite shots from either wing.
Foul, double dribble. Yeah, double dribble as we've got Laney Ruckle. Boy, there you talked about Laney, Phil. Must be a very well-conditioned young lady because she has not come out yet and is just still in the mix playing some tight defense there.
By the way, that last foul on North Adams here when we had the jump ball was on Caitlin Berger, her first.
Team's first of the half as well. And we have Hupp. Looks down low to Berger. Berger's knocked around. She'll still get it to go. Make it 35-16.
Berger with 4 here quickly in this third period.
Ironton has it in the hands of Williams. She'll dribble into the paint, kicks out. 3-shot partially blocked. Nice job, Hupp. Got a hand on that one. Berger will rebound underneath. Kicks out to Jones. She'll cross half court. Jones goes to Ruckle. Ruckle fights one up underneath. No good. Ironton with the rebound. They'll push the tempo. It's going to be in the hands of Carpenter. She gets caught up. Nice job. We got a tap. It's going to come back to Ironton as I think they were looking for the over and back, but it was knocked out of there by Berger. Williams tracks it down, comes back across half court. 35-16. North Adams up by 19 with 4 minutes, 50 seconds to go in our third quarter. That is your scoreboard update here on 99.5 The Edge as we continue action. Ironton being held from out of the paint yet again. They have not had much success finding their way all day. 3-shot, banks open. Nice look for Isabel Morgan. Gets that one to go over top of the defense. Make it 35-19. Answering right back though. Man, they have found Berger underneath so many times. Caitlin Berger gets another one, the 6'1" sophomore.
Defense in the backside is not seeing Caitlin Berger, and that's at least the third time she's been open here. They missed her one other time here in this third quarter as well.
Tegan Carpenter gets caught in the trap, has to kick out. They'll throw, almost got away with it. Morgan reels it in, kicks over to Carpenter. Looks at the three, instead she'll go to the free throw line and is blocked. On the rebound, comes back down to Morgan. It's 37-19, North Adams on top. In the third quarter, I should say. Here's another 3-shot, Morgan. That one rims out. Rebound fought for is going to bounce out, last touched by Ironton.
Tatum Grooms coming back in for North Adams. In for Ironton Fighting Tigers, Camille Martin returning. She played a lot there in that first quarter.
Long pass in with some token pressure in the back by Ironton. North Adams will have it. It's in the hands of Hupp. Into the left-hand corner for 3. It's going to be short. That was off the hands of Jones. Fight underneath for the rebound. Stick back up. And nice job. Tatum Grooms gets that one to go.
Tatum Grooms having a great game for North Adams.
Boy, phenomenal, especially off the bench. 39-19 now. 20-point lead for the Lady Green Devils. Ironton gets in the paint. That's Williams. She has to kick back out. Kirsten will go to Martin. Almost lost it. Hands off now to Morgan. Morgan in the paint, kicks back out. In the hands again to Williams. Now to Martin. Martin, no, she did not get away with the travel. All right, good job on the official. Takes some time to blow that whistle sometimes, but we got it. Got to give him a chance to get that breath in.
Is that a slam on me, Matt?
It was not. I've seen you officiate. You're pretty good. I'll give you a B plus.
Okay. And you're from West Union. They don't like me to officiate West Union. Says I'm a homer for the other team.
Well, we got a timeout taken to, I think, retain possession there for the North Adams Lady Green Devils. So we're going to take it with them. They lead 39-19, 2:52 to go here in our third. Back after this on Good Guys Radio TV at 99.5 The Edge.
Our beliefs matter. They're reflected in our words and actions. At First State Bank, we believe in treating people well, and we've been doing just that since 1884. Listening, caring, looking out for each other. It's what people deserve. It's what a real local bank does. While lots of things have changed over the years, our belief in the people of this community hasn't. First State Bank, built on belief. Member FDIC.
Our business is helping you grow. We're Baxler Tractor. We take care of you like family.
For incredible sales and service, Baxla Tractor is the name to know, and for the ultimate tractor, Kubota is the name to trust. Kubota's compact tractors and zero-turn mowers have been engineered from the ground up to deliver top quality.
Our business is helping you grow. Baxler Tractor.
Offense.
Hupp throws it over the top. Berger's calling for the ball back over behind all the defenders that time. Got it.
41-19. Now, North Adams, right here, where we're at today, is going to be the host site for the 38th annual Shack Senior All-Star Games, presented by C103 99.5 The Edge and Good Guys Radio TV. Martin with a 3-shot off balance. Berger will rebound for North Adams. That's coming up, by the way. All-Star Game 3-shot, no. All-Star Game will be March 24th. Mark your calendars now. Always a great night of basketball action. On the part of North Adams to get back on the defense.
Tegan Carpenter back in for Tigers.
41-19, 2:10 to go in our third quarter of play. Inbound it comes to Carpenter for Ironton. She'll move right side, gets a screen. No pick and roll there as we'll have to kick off to Williams. Williams resets top of the key. That's Evan Williams, by the way. Now, thank goodness, Evan Williams and Kirsten Williams have not been in the game much together today. As Evan will try to dribble underneath. It's tapped away, stolen out to Tatum Grooms. Grooms has it slapped out, and it will stay with North Adams.
In for North Adams, 23, Taylor Sheldon making her first appearance. Also for Ironton, number 5, Lexi McCall making her first appearance of the game as well.
So that's what I'm talking about. Everybody's touching the floor. Everybody gets in. This North Adams Lady Green Devils team, they've got something special. Everybody is always ready to jump up, jump in, and step up, much like young Tatum Grooms has been today. What a game, and she's got it again underneath. She's going to be stripped away on that, and it will come out to Ironton. It's going to be Evan in the backcourt. Evan hands off to Carpenter, now in the right-hand corner. 3, that's off the mark, out of the hands of Morgan. Fight for the rebound, comes down. There's Grooms again. Kicks it up to Jones. Jones has it. Top of the key, goes right side. With the touches, Ruckel. Now back to Hupp. Back to Ruckel on the right. Down to 60 seconds in our third quarter. Ruckel dribbles. Goes back up to the top of the key. Hands off to Hupp. Hupp now left side. And a little lazy pass there. Jones will fake. Gets through the defense. And ball is tossed out of bounds. Last touched by Shelton. Just a little miscue on the offensive set there.
I wish all the young girls and a lot of the high school teams would watch how North Adams plays defense, moving their feet and staying in front of the girl.
Right, rather than the reach, you don't defend with your arms, you defend with your feet. And they did not defend well on that.
No, they did not.
Evan Williams just made it look like there was no one standing there. Dribble straight up the lane, puts it up and in, make it 41-21. Still a 20-point lead for North Adams. And there away we go. Missed shot, a little too hard off the glass. Shelton has a touch on the rebound, kicks it back over, shots up, no good. She's fouled. And who was that?
Foul's going to be on Tegan Carpenter. Ruckel's going to go to the line.
Yeah, Lainey Ruckel was the one underneath with the attempted up. She'll step to the line. She'll earn the two just a little longer way. She'll hit that one.
She's normally 73.1 on the season. In for North Adams. Bree Stout coming in, giving Kenley Jones a breather.
Bria was confused, I think, as to who she was getting. So she thought she was getting the shooter. She sat there when they kept buzzing her in, but she got it. Second shot, good as well, 43-21. Like I said, she gets her 2 points. Just takes her a little longer to do it. Down to 10 seconds. Ball's tapped away. Grooms reeled back in. Faked by Carpenter. She dribbles. She's fouled on her way down the lane.
Shelton didn't get her feet moved that time and to get in front of the offensive player.
I'm going to blame you, Phil. There have been two defensive errors immediately after you talked about how efficient they are.
Right.
They're just showing him how it's not done now. 3 shot up. That's going to be no good. Buzzer will go, and it's 43-21. North Adams Lady Green Devils up as we head into the 4th and final quarter. After this, right here on 99.5 The Edge and Goodguysradiotv.com.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
From the ashes of Winchester, Seaman, and Cherry Fork was born the North Adams High School in 1970. North Adams fans are proud of their heritage, but come together as one, supporting the students academically and athletically. We always bring a crowd as the spirit of the Green Devil burns inside of us. We learn to tell our story from coast to coast. We are the Green Devils.
Who is Barry Chevrolet? Why don't you ask your friends and neighbors? Because after 70 years and 4 generations in the automotive industry, odds are we've made a happy customer out of somebody you know. Hard-working, proud Americans drive Chevrolets, and that's why we sell them at Barry's. Hats off to everybody driving a Silverado truck. You're my kind of people. Barry Chevrolet, your best deal dealer.
Back to action here at North Adams High School. All you've missed, folks, is, sorry, I apologize. We were a little slow coming back on my part. We had Ironton with the ball, a couple of missed shots, and on the rebound, North Adams will pull it down and is fouled.
Fouls on Isabel Morgan, her second. Neither team really in foul trouble. Got a couple ladies for Ironton with 2.
Lady Tigers putting up some token pressure in the back, quickly broken by North Adams. Later pass, McKenna Shelton did not, it wasn't Shelton. Shelton tried to get the lead-in pass. Bria Stout just not quite quick enough on the movement.
Laney Ruckle got, 33 seconds of rest in the game.
That's all she needed.
Yep, she's back in.
Took a sip of Gatorade and she's back. All right, so yes, Laney Ruckle, boy, she has been very, very active for this Lady Green Devils team today. She'll inbound it. It comes to Hupp. Hupp's another one that's really not had a whole lot of rest.
Nope.
Kenley Jones now top of the key, now to Ruckle. Bria Stout passes, and they'll go to Hupp. Now right back out with a touch is McKenna Shelton. Shelton puts some heat on that pass. Ruckle reels it in, goes back to Hupp. Don't forget, we're going to talk with Coach Davis after the final buzzer. Be sure to stay right here for our Coach's Comment Show after the game. Ball's tapped away as Shelton will lose it on the steal. Up, and that's Carpenter. Makes it another 20-point ball game. 43-23. First points of this 4th quarter there, by the way. North Adams, it looks like just slowing it down a little bit, trying to move the ball. There's another miscue, bad pass. Carpenter on the recipient, and she's going to be fouled going up, and she'll get to shoot 2.
Foul's going to be on Bree Stout. That will be her first for North Adams.
So to the line goes Tegan Carpenter. Once again, folks, this is just game 1 here on the Edge today. Got another one to follow up, tipping off at 3:30 from Fairfield. That's going to be the Western Brown Broncos taking on Western Hills. That's boys action. Also currently happening over on C103. It is Huntington at Fairfield. Lady Lions in action there. Lynchburg Clay hosting Piketon. That game will be coming up on a delay following the Fairfield game. And then Fayetteville boys will be tipping off against Miami Valley Christian on C103 from Princeton at 6 p.m. So still a lot of basketball to be played here this Saturday afternoon. Missed free throw, hit the first, misses the second, and it will be North Adams ball on the rebound.
Tatum Grooms and Harley Brand back in for the Devils, 4 of the 5 starters.
43-24. North Adams will bring it across half court and tapped around. I believe that was Ruckle. Ruckle there again. Goes to Jones, left side. She'll dribble into the paint. Up and nice. I was about to say and one. She got bodied up. No call. Make it 45-24. 3-0. Up for the rebound is Grooms, and Grooms, there's the foul we were looking for. Grooms gets smacked around underneath.
Not quite as hard as the last time she was on the floor.
No, not even close. I have never seen a hit like that in basketball, boys or girls. Like, that was crazy.
I've seen even some hard screens, and it wasn't as hard as
she had the crossed forearms and went up almost like you would, again, if you're a linebacker or something in the NFL. North Adams, oh man, didn't finish on the bunny. Kinley Jones did everything but put it in, though. She did a nice job, and we got to have a timeout in the backcourt. Nice job, Lady Green Devils defense. Turns up and almost causes the turnover, and unfortunately, Coach Williams was quick on the timeout. So we'll take a timeout too. It is North Adams leading 45-24 with 5:41 to go here in the fourth on Good Guys Radio TV and 99.5 The Edge.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
Back to action here. Again, sectional final. North Adams Lady Green Devils staving off the Ironton Lady Tigers right now. 45-24 with 5 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in our ball game. Ironton gets a shot. That was off the hands of Morgan. No good. North Adams got to work on the rebounding some. Ironton's getting several looks down the floor as they'll kick back out. Reset to Williams. Williams kicks into the corner. That was Evan to Kirsten. Kirsten's three is up and in.
That will be Williams' second three. That's all her points. She had one in the third and one in the fourth quarter now.
It's 45-27. North Adams leads. A little miscue. Oh, no, they'll save it. Nice job. Grooms up. She gets tapped around. No call there. Shot's no good. Ironton has the rebound.
North Adams a little out of control right at the moment.
Well, you've got kids that have come in off the bench after sitting part of the game. It's just bound to happen.
Right.
Reeling it in. Williams will have it. She'll dribble. Spin move. Blocked. Nice job. Keaton Hupp. Quick hands. Kicks it out. Nice look up and in. Grooms. Nice assist by Laney Ruckle.
Tatum Grooms with 10 on the day now.
47-27. Lady Green Devils lead down to 4:10 in our fourth quarter as Ironton tries to answer. No good. Grooms on the rebound. Hands off to Jones. Jones in the backcourt, met one-on-one against Morgan. She'll move across half court. She'll go to Ruckle on the right side. Ruckle tries to dribble into the paint. She's going to be fouled before she passes off. I will say that it will be on the floor because it was a pass. But we are working towards that simple bonus. One more, and Ironton will be putting North Adams at the line.
Evan Williams has the foul in for North Adams. Carly Kennedy coming back in.
So Lady Green Devils will put it in play underneath Ruckle to pull the trigger. Might need to do it quick. There we go. Gets it in to Kennedy. Kennedy hands off to Hupp. 3:50 to go in our fourth quarter. There's Jones with a touch, top of the key, dribbles into the free throw line and back out. Now to Jones, or excuse me, that's Kennedy. Kennedy over to Jones now on the right side. Knocked around a bit, and underneath they try to go. It's stolen away from Hupp. Hupp is going to get a quick retaliation foul against Evan Williams, And that will be, what, the 4th team foul?
Yes, for North Adams.
There we go. Substitutions around coming into the ball game. Tegan Carpenter for Ironton, as she will replace, not sure who I saw went out. There we go. Lexi McCall will step out. With it, Carpenter comes across half court, goes into the paint. She is blocked. North Adams brings it out to Jones. Jones goes into the right-hand corner. Laser three, no good, off the hands of Kennedy. Fight for the rebound is going to go out. Last touch by North Adams. And yeah, you're right, Phil. Lady Green Devils just a little out of control right now. Need to dial in and close this game out. I mean, they're up 20, so you can't fault them a whole lot, but you're still, I mean, you've played a heck of a ball game. Great, a solid 2 quarters at least. And you want to see them close out with a good 4th quarter. Into the left corner with the touch. Williams, Kirsten. Did Kirsten get that one to go? Yeah, dribbled right through the paint.
Yeah.
Sounded disappointed about it, Phil. North Adams should have stopped there.
She just sort of threw it up and it went in. That's I like to see people shoot so they have control of the ball when they shoot.
And we've got a foul. That is going to be called against Ironton. Might have been looking for the charge there, but yeah, when you're set up for a charge, it's important to stay set. I think that flinch really just is not going to sell it well.
And Kenley Jones is so quick, she got head and shoulders past her as well.
Right.
So once that happens, it's on the defense then as well.
Well, Jones to the free throw line to get the 2 there. She'll miss the first. Has a second still to come. Real quick while we're doing that, let's remind you this broadcast for the private use of the 99.5 The Edge and Good Guys Radio TV audiences. Any other use of the descriptions or accounts of this game without the consent of 99.5 and Good Guys is prohibited. We got a timeout taken by Coach Davis as she'll sink the second, makes it 48-29, 2:41 to go here in our ball game. And we'll be back after this on Good Guys Radio TV and 99.5 The Edge.
Taste the snappy tomato pizza difference for yourself. Order from Seaman at 937-386-1010 or from West Union at 937-544-5583. Order online at snappytomato.com.
Back courtside here at North Adams High School, where the Lady Green Devils lead over Ironton 48-29, 241 to go here in our ball game. Again, this is the first of a doubleheader here on your Saturday on the Edge. Western Brown Broncos will be in action at, I believe, 3:30 tip-off, taking on Western Hills. 3-shot, no good. And on the rebound, we'll go out of bounds. Last touch by Ironton.
Go get it, lady.
Right here.
North Adams getting it inbounds with, that's more than token pressure back there, Phil.
Right. Very tight man-to-man.
Lady Green Devils will break it. Get across half court. Hupp controlling a little traffic here. Ruckle with the touch. Now back to Hupp on the right side. Hupp looking low. Nobody home. She'll kick over now to Ruckle. Ruckle goes to Jones on the left side. Jones dribbles to the top of the key. Looking for a screen. Gets a little help there. Ruckle pops out. She's caught in a trap. She dribbles out of it. Back around to the top of the key. North Adams just in clock kill mode at this point. Hupp dribbles out of a trap. She'll go, yep. It's maybe burnt off too much clock. It's stolen away from Kennedy. And, oh, the bunny missed on the end of that transition. So, I guess no harm, no foul there.
Right, rolls off across the front of the rim and off the opposite side.
So North Adams will reset down to a minute 35 to go in our ball game. It is Ruckle with it. And, you know, I will give North Adams a lot of credit on this. A lot of teams really struggle when it comes to facing up against this. Oh, that hurt. Yeah, that was just an excuse me foul. Peyton Deere is going to be flagged for that one. But, yeah, a lot of defenses really struggle when it comes to killing clock. When the other team is effectively trapping, you're either going to have the ball stripped away or get fouled very quickly. North Adams even dribbling out of the foul situation to avoid, stretching this out any further than it needs to be.
That foul's on Peyton Deere. That's her third for Ironton.
Now, that being said, of course, we are currently shooting free throws, so to the line goes Kenley Jones. She was trying to dribble out of it. Peyton Deere, her leg just got in the way, that's all. Got mass substitutions here for Ironton. I see Camille Martin back in.
Lexi McCall.
Okay. Addison Neal also back in there. And who am I missing? Did Deere come right back in? She did. Okay.
In for North Adams, McKenna Shelton. And we're going to have Taylor Shelton here in a moment.
At the line, Kenley Jones. We're tied up, 49-29. Make it 50-29. As coming off the floor will be Kenley. Make it 50-29. North Adams lead with 1:20 to go. Lady Green Devils looking to close out. Camille Martin brings it across half court. She will move right side. Now dribbles left. Hands off to Deere. Deere goes to Neal. Neal looks low, nothing there. She's caught up by Keaton Hupp. She'll kick over now to White. White dribbles, goes baseline, kicks over. Nice look there. McCall will get the shot, but will not fall. And I think she's going to go to the free throw line to shoot two.
Foul's going to be on Keaton Hupp. That will be her second foul of the day. Both here in this fourth and final quarter.
As we get ready to close out this game again, we've got the Western Brown Broncos tipping off at 3:30. Listen in for the Baxley Tractor Sales tip-off show, brought to you by Baxley Tractor Sales in Seaman and Batavia. That'll be coming up at about 3:15 or so here on 99.5 The Edge. Second shot, no good. Rebound brought down by Taylor Shelton. 50-30. 45 seconds to go. North Adams with the lead and the ball. McKenna Shelton has it. She'll go baseline. Gets caught in a trap. Kicks out now to Hupp. Hupp, skip court pass over. They're going to go underneath to Taylor Shelton. Right back out to Stout. North Adams, I mean, even when you got the bench in there, they moved the ball very, very well. It's, again, what we've talked about, Phil. Everybody in this on this team, on this roster, can come in and play quality minutes. And that's what you need with tournament time here to go deep. Stout has it, goes baseline. She's caught up and is going to dribble out. Kicks back out to Hupp. North Adams will reset. We're going to let the clock wind down, and the fans are on their feet. North Adams Lady Green Devils get the win. 50-30 is our final score. A 20-point victory for the Lady Green Devils here on your Saturday afternoon. Congrats to Coach Rob Davis and his staff and team here on the win. Sectional championship. Is that right? It is, right?
Yes.
We're already sectional championship. Boy, tournament's moving quick.
Well, they got that bye, so that...
Oh, that does make a difference, doesn't it? Sectional championship for Coach Davis and his North Adams Lady Green Devils. A big congrats to them. Of course, there's still a lot to do as we get into our post-game wrap-up show. We are going to name a player of the game. We will also have our coaches' comments show. And, man, what a nice touch there as Coach Williams from the Ironton team stopped Keaton Hupp as she was moving down the line and just said, I just want to tell you, you're a great player. Good luck on the rest of your season. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Good on him. North Adams victorious 50-30. We're going to enter our post-game wrap-up and close out this matchup before heading into another game here in a bit. So stay tuned for all that coming up here on 99.5 The Edge and Goodguysradiotv.com.
You've been listening to us for years.
Shot up by for three. It's up and in.
Now it's time to watch.
I can save.
Good Guys Radio TV is here with live video coverage of everything happening in our area. Local sports.
And this one is a hard shot out to left field.
Local events.
Hey, this is Braden hanging out with you.
It's all on Goodguysradiotv.com.
That's Goodguysradiotv.com.
Hey, sports fan! Did you know the OHSAA is among the national leaders in social media? Check out the OHSAA's social media platforms for news, tournament information, accomplishments, helpful links, and all the items available in the fan guide, including photos, DVDs, and publications. Check out OHSAA Sports on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram. And who knows, you may be the next featured face.
The easiest way to give your home or business a new look is with new flooring from the Carpet Outlet. Locally owned and operated since 1979, the Carpet Outlet stocks thousands of colors and styles from all the major manufacturers of carpet, hardwood, tile, luxury vinyl tile, and laminate flooring. For top quality flooring at prices that'll floor you, visit the Carpet Outlet on Tri-County Road, just a few miles west of Winchester, Ohio. Or check them out on Facebook by searching Winchester Carpet Outlet.
Team sports teach the young men and women of our community how to work together to achieve a common goal. They also reinforce other character traits such as respect, dedication, and self-discipline. The family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes with locations in Peebles, Seaman, and Winchester salute the teams of the Southern Hills Athletic Conference and wish you the best of luck. The family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes, providing the care and service that you and your family deserve.
Welcome back courtside here to North Adams High School, and congratulations to the North Adams Lady Green Devils, victorious over the Ironton Lady Tigers here this afternoon. A final score of 50-30. And Phil, as we started this game out, you know, these two teams met just a couple of weeks back. It was a 15-point win for North Adams, but as we started the game, I was sincerely worried that Ironton was going to come in after knocking off the West Union Lady Dragons and give North Adams maybe a little more than they were ready to deal with to start the postseason up. As we started out, very tight matchup, ended the first quarter by a score of 8-6, I believe. Went into the second, and again, North Adams hadn't played for 12 days. Definitely showed the Lady Green Devils, not the team we remember seeing match up against Eastern to win that gold ball 12 days ago.
They, like you said, first quarter very rusty.
Yeah.
Couldn't get anything to go. Nobody was moving. They were playing good defense. And then they started warming up gradually. And then, like you said, the last 3 minutes of that first half, when they gave that 13-0 run and made it into double figures, it went from 13 all to 26-13 or 25-13, something like that.
Right.
And they were off to the races after that.
Absolutely. I guess they didn't preheat the oven today.
Right.
They just they started it as the game started. But man, great game and a great way to start off a hopefully what's going to be a deep postseason run for this North Adams Lady Green Devils team. Again, as Phil mentioned earlier in our game, it is a young team. There are, there's going to be some inexperienced moments that are going to happen with this ball club. But at the end of it, they have got a lot of talent. And, at this point in the season, those freshmen are now sophomores. Those sophomores are now juniors. Those juniors now looking at being seniors. And then you've got still some senior leadership on there in Keaton Hupp and Laney Ruckle. So certainly, and Bria Stout as well, certainly expecting some big things from this team. As we cut the nets here, again, it is a sectional championship. And so add that to the list of accomplishments that this North Adams Lady Green Devil team has been able to pull off in this season. 22-0. First undefeated season for North Adams history for the girls' side, which is very impressive. First time that we've seen them get a gold ball. So, again, they're not done yet. That's become the motto here at North Adams High School. And after today, still not done yet. 50-30, a victory for the North Adams Lady Green Devils. Again, we are continuing our post-game coverage here as they cut the nets, just trying to fill some time as Rob Davis congratulates his girls and cuts down a net here. We will have him in our Coach's Comment show coming up. Phil's still working on stats. We want to remind you, so we will have those here in just a moment, I want to remind you, over on C103 right now, it is Fairfield taking on Huntington. That game's still in action. Lynchburg hosting Piketon. That game will be on a delay, but that is also in action real time right now. Fayetteville Lady Rockets, we'll say congrats to them. Get a win over Miami Valley Christian. I believe final score was 49-23. And, of course, be sure and stay tuned after, as our producer, Sarah, is going to have all of these final scores for you from around the area. Peebles at Memphis, that game is still underway, and Eastern hosting Southeastern underway as well. So, yeah, 6 Lady Shack teams this morning, or excuse me, this early afternoon, are in play. So we're wishing them the best of luck, as all of those games, like this one, should be about wrapping up. Ripley boys will still play this afternoon, taking on Cincy College Prep from Princeton. That tips off at 2 p.m. That will not be on the air, but we do wish Coach Rex Woodward the best of luck. Coming up here at 3:30, tipping off, we'll be heading courtside to Fairfield High School at about 3:15. Western Brown Broncos will be taking on Western Hills. And again, the nightcap over on C103, the Fayetteville Rockets taking on Miami Valley Christian from Princeton. Tips off at 6. So there's a lowdown on everything happening. It's a very, very busy day for the schools of the Shack at SBAAC. And, of course, wishing them all the best of luck. If we can get just straight wins today, Phil, I think honestly, we could do that. And we'd see everybody move on.
Right. In Division 4, White Oak's already moved on. They're going to be playing whenever the 23rd is. That should be next Thursday. They'll be playing Waterford, so that's going to be a tough game for them. Waterford's sort of been to the state off and on the last 6-7 years. Like you said, Fayetteville winning. Ripley will be playing next Tuesday, Cincinnati College Prep. And then hopefully, like you said, Fairfield, Peebles, Eastern Brown, hopefully they'll all be moving on here after this afternoon, too, here.
Absolutely. So, and speaking on that Waterford-White Oak game, that will be broadcast on Thursday night on C103. So if you're going to look for that, again, it's just a great time to be a Shack fan right now, Phil.
Do you know where that one will be at?
That will come to you from Wellston High School Thursday night. So a little bit of a travel. And I believe you and Don Bowles will be doing that game, Phil.
I believe so. And those of you that's never been to Wellston High School, it literally is out there. The school grounds is part of what was a strip mine at one time.
Oh, okay.
So it's just out on the southwest corner of town. But yes, their baseball and softball fields, they had a level off where they mined coal at one time to put their ball fields there.
One of those things that's just not any easy way to get there to Wellston. But hey, we are certainly looking to see these Lady Green Devils, the rest of the Shack teams, continue through this postseason. We're going to take a quick break. Phil's got all of our final statistics coming to you for our both ball clubs. We're also going to go ahead and name our player of the game. As again, waiting on Coach Rob Davis as he and his team are cutting the nets. We'll give him the opportunity to celebrate a little bit before we sit down and talk with him. So keep it tuned. Coming back to you right after this here on Good Guys Radio TV and 99.5 The Edge.
Our mission is to educate, inspire, and honor.
This is the sound of honor roaring. This is the sound of a generation rising above.
We want to be involved in the education of young people so that they can take the stories that our pilots tell and realize their own dreams.
The Commemorative Air Force honors the heroes of yesterday while educating and inspiring the heroes of tomorrow. You can learn more at soundsofhistory.org.
If something happens to you, will your family be taken care of? It's a scary thought, but preparing for the unexpected can give you peace of mind. With a life insurance policy from Encova Insurance, you can secure your family's financial future. Contact Link Insurance Service today to find out how simple it is to keep your family protected, no matter what happens. Visit linkinsuranceservice.com or call Shirley Link at 695-0611.
Our beliefs matter. They're reflected in our words and actions. At First State Bank, we believe in treating people well, and we've been doing just that since 1884. Listening, caring, looking out for each other. It's what people deserve. It's what a real local bank does. While lots of things have changed over the years, our belief in the people of this community hasn't. First State Bank, built on belief. Member FDIC.
Our business is helping you grow. We're Baxler Tractor. We take care of you like family.
We're Incredible sales and service. Baxla Tractor is the name to know, and for the ultimate tractor, Kubota is the name to trust. Kubota's compact tractors and zero-turn mowers have been engineered from the ground up to deliver top quality.
Our business is helping you grow. Baxla Tractor.
To a slow start, but certainly by the time that that halftime buzzer hit, they were rolling like the Lady Green Devils team we are used to seeing. Let's talk about some of those post-game stats. Talking with Ironton, who again kind of came out the gate ready to take a swing and fight against this North Adams team.
Right, and those of you that are familiar with Ironton in the first place, it's been about 5 years. They were in the Final Four at the state, and they come and go like a lot of schools. Those of you that have looked at the standings and what's happening in the Southeast and Southwest District so far, you see those familiar names, especially from up north, northwestern Ohio. It's the same teams that are looking like they're heading for the Final Four again. But anyhow.
Year after year.
Yeah. So we had 6 players get in the scoring column for Ironton. We had Peyton Deere with a single three there in the second point. Leading all scores, or actually tied for all scores, was Evan Williams with 8. All from the field. Also, Kirsten Williams with 8. She had 2 threes, and finally there in that fourth quarter got another 2 to make her 8. Tegan Carpenter with 5 points, 1 for 2 from the foul line. Lexi Call, 1 for 2 from the foul line with 1 point. And Isabel Morgan, a single 3 and a total of 5. So that's Ironton's 30 points.
Phil, I'm going to interrupt you real quick because we just got a score in that I'm honestly shocked by. Southeastern knocking off the Eastern Lady Warriors in a hard-fought game, 53-52 the final score.
Wow.
That is, frankly, that is shocking to know Eastern is bowing out of tournament action in sectional final. Man, congrats to the Lady Warriors on a great season and Coach Pickerel. But man, that is very surprising.
And Southeastern went into the tournament draw at 8-10. Eastern Brown was 18-3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that is a major upset.
Yeah. Well, not to interrupt your thought process,
it's
but
tournament time.
It is.
It's 0-0, or it's just like any other thing when it's tied.
Anyway, now we'll reset. We'll talk about the
Ironton Tigers.
Finish the Ironton Tigers out.
They ended up with 14 turnovers, but here's the good thing, I guess, for the coach. They had 12 of those in the first half, only 2 in the second half.
Wow.
None in that fourth quarter. He was still playing his starters till about a minute or so left. They were 3 for 15 second half inside the arc, 20%. 8 for 25 for the game inside the arc, 32%. 4 for 12 for the game from outside the arc, 33.33%. They actually hit more threes than North Adams did, which North Adams has a lot of three-point shooters. They just couldn't get a lot of them to fall, and they didn't need to really because they worked the ball inside. Overall, Ironton was 12 for 37, 32.4% for the game. So they were over 1 for every 3 shots they were making, which isn't too bad for high school really when you get right down to brass tacks.
Yeah, not terrible at all.
Yeah.
Phil, I think we're going to take a quick break and we're going to get Coach Rob Davis in with us. We'll give you those North Adams stats and name our player of the game here in just a few minutes following our conversation with head coach Rob Davis. Be sure and stay tuned right here on Good Guys Radio TV and 99.5 The Edge.
To prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
From the ashes of Winchester, Seaman, and Cherry Fork was born the North Adams High School in 1970. North Adams fans are proud of their heritage, but come together as one, supporting the students academically and athletically. We always bring a crowd as the spirit of the Green Devil burns inside of us. We learn to tell our story from coast to coast. We are the Green Devils.
Welcome back, and congratulations again to the North Adams Lady Green Devils getting a sectional championship. Coach Rob Davis sitting down with us for the Coach's Comment Show. Coach, how many sectional titles does this make for you guys throughout the years?
I don't know. I have to look up her.
I guess that's a good point. I could have looked across the way.
1, 2, 3, 4,
It's
5,
quite
6,
a few.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Several.
About 13 or 14.
In your coaching career, you've got a lot up there just on your record.
Well,
and then that banner's got a lot of history up there.
Yeah, it does, and it goes on before us. So somebody asked me that. I think Mark Carpenter asked me about league championships. I said, I don't know. I said, look up there. I said, that's the easiest way to do it. So, but yeah, I just talked to the girls. Don't take this for granted.
Right.
Sectional win. We kind of like should be excited. I mean,
yeah, sure, absolutely.
I mean, that was a good Ironton team. I think I watched too much of them because I was getting nervous. The more I watched them and how dangerous they could be. And I told them, don't take this for granted. And there's teams, we just talked about White Oak.
Yeah.
16 years, somebody said, and other teams been a while. And, they just take it for granted sometimes here. And I don't want to do that, take nothing for granted.
Absolutely.
We ain't guaranteed tomorrow. So
it's tournament time. Everybody resets. Everybody starts over. And Ironton gave West Union, I think, more than West Union was expecting going in. Ironton came in and certainly gave you guys more than I think you were expecting in the first about quarter and a half.
Well, I didn't expect it. No? I mean, I knew how solid they were. I mean, they're better than what the record showed.
Yeah.
And because we played them a couple weeks ago towards the end of the year, and
right.
Because we didn't have Ruckle then, and then she makes a big difference.
Yes.
But once we got going, we started finishing around the bucket, and then got some pressure up top, and just got the flow going. We wanted to push the ball up the floor, and we was walking it for some reason. We've been preaching it for 16 days, what we want to do, and maybe she was tired and just taking a little break.
Could have been.
Because I didn't give him too much breaks. So.
Yeah. Well, a little bit of a break for you guys heading into this game. I know you said beforehand, having that almost, 2 weeks almost
16
off.
days,
So it's more than 2 weeks off.
Right.
Really makes a big difference because you can practice and practice, but actually recreating real game situations is very hard to do. So how much of that do you think it was, just knocking that rust off before you guys were, really flowing again?
I mean, it has something to do with it. We had some people come in and play, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
And we talked about, we had, if you had a scrimmage left, would you use it? Well, you would like to use it, but then again, you don't want somebody roll their ankle up in a scrimmage for this. So
yeah.
You don't know what to do getting that big layoff. So we got fed well. Let's put it that way.
There you go.
We put about 10 pounds on before that. So, but yeah, I don't like it. It needs. They gave us that week for a makeup whatever week. I don't like it particularly.
Right.
I mean,
yeah,
you get snowed out. You get 22 games. We used to get 20.
Right.
So you only play 21. So be it. Well, that's me. But we can take out to the district coaches association, whatever.
There you go. So, you'll talk to them after the season.
Yeah.
Right now you're dialed in.
Yeah.
And dialed in is exactly what you guys were, closing out that first half, all the second half. I think defensively, we know North Adams is a great offensive team. You guys have got shooters, you create, you pass well. Defensively, I think is what was really impressive today. Ironton was not getting any looks inside unless they had a one-on-one matchup where they, fought and dribbled around and kind of threw it up there.
Right.
So let's talk about that, creating that absolutely no man's land down underneath the basket.
Well, they like to shoot the threes. So, we're really bigger than they are. So we thought, the one kid that don't really shoot it, I think she can, was the Williams girl at the point guard. She likes to attack the bucket.
Yeah.
So we just dared her to shoot it and not let her get to the bucket and stuff. And we just got good help when they did attack it. We closed out, and a couple of shooters we didn't want to get too far away from them, and we did. And they kicked it out and got a couple of threes off that, and I wasn't too happy with that. We just I challenged them one-on-one. You shut down. Don't get no help. Don't look for help to come along. So I thought we did a good job. Like you said, we did force them to take some bad shots down there and close down their threes. And, I wouldn't have a call timeout. Maybe we're just going to switch everything. And first thing they get a wide open three. I call a timeout for that. I mean, I just told you we're switching everything.
Well, it's high school basketball.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And you have it.
I'm sure I've been told that before when I played too. I just told you this. So, no, I thought our defense. We're big on defense down here. And if you got good defense, you have a bad shooting night, you'll still be in ball games. So,
absolutely.
So, and if you can shoot it well, then you can open it up. But you got to play. I was always told there's two things you do all the time: is play defense and play hard. I mean, you ain't gonna shoot it good every night, but you can come in and play hard and guard somebody and rebound. And that's just things you can do every day if you ain't doing that. So that's what we preach around here.
Well, you guys have certainly made it work well. You're moving out next on, I was trying to look at the schedule here.
Wednesday, I believe.
You got Wednesday next week. Could be taking on they're going to be taking on the winner of Lynchburg and Piketon. Haven't heard who's won that yet. But if it is Lynchburg, which, we do hope for, just from the Shack standpoint.
From that
love to see 'em
standpoint.
win. Yeah, but
hate to play somebody 3 times.
That was what I was about to say. You don't want to wish Coach Whitney Lewis any. But it is tough to play anybody 3 times in a season.
Right. And if you do, at least we got a Shack team moving on to the finals anyway. So, but yeah, I don't know. I ain't heard nothing from them.
No, I haven't seen it yet, but
still might be going on. So
preference, obviously, we'd like to see Lynchburg win, except for the fact that you'd play the same team 3 times. So.
Right. You just like to beat your league teams later. Regionals, district finals anyway, and regional not early. And they got us matched in our bracket. We got 3. I think 3 of the league teams in the same bracket. So
well, I can at least tell you Lynchburg was up 36-21 at the half. So barring any comebacks or anything,
right.
But we'll be sure. I'm sure you'll know by the time you get up from this conversation what's going on with it.
Right.
But
that's who I was planning on it anyway. But Piketon knocked off Fairfield earlier in the year. So you never, like I said, it's new season. Everybody starts out 0-0, or if they played already game, they're 1-0. So. It's a tournament, so you got to be ready to play one and done. So
well, I think this was a good first 1-0 for you guys. A nice win, sectional championship. Moving on, best of luck to you, Coach. And I know you guys have really created something special here in North Adams. The ladies seem to like playing ball for you, and it seems like you like coaching them pretty well.
Well, they like playing for me or not, but yeah, I do like coaching them. I care a lot about these kids, and it's just something I enjoy. My family enjoys. It's a family thing, and. Watch them grow up. We had Pee Wee this morning.
Yeah.
And
you're a busy man.
Left over there, come over here, and has a couple people help me out over there to finish up over there. So, watch these kids start out little and then coach them when they get older. It's pretty special. So, it's a lot of fun. I hope we ain't done yet. We just keep on going. So.
That's your slogan, isn't it? We're not done yet.
Oh yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Not done yet.
Yeah, they made that shirt. That's kind of neat. Yep, not done yet. So
yeah.
Let's keep this thing going.
Very good. Coach Davis, thanks for sitting down and talking with us.
Yeah, I just want to thank all the sponsors.
Absolutely.
And I want to thank the community and our fans that came out to this, and just thank everybody that's been feeding these kids and stuff. And it's
eating well,
it's fun,
like
and we'll keep eating well. And I want to thank my Lord and Savior just for blessing me and being with us here today and keeping everybody safe. So,
man, can't close it out any better than that, Rob. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
All right, keep it right here. We're actually not going back to the studio because we've got to finish out our stats as Phil Rodimus will give us all of our final statistics and name our player of the game here. But yeah, Coach Davis, congrats again to him. And of course, it is as he said, community here at North Adams that makes this team as special as it is. You're good, Phil. Go ahead. We're going to get into our North Adams statistics, name our player of the game once Phil gets reset here before we wrap up our broadcast for the day. Phil, Coach Davis had all good things to say. Definitely like the way that they came out and played today. I said offensively we kind of know and expect what North Adams is going to show. On the defensive side, man, they really stepped it up and kept Ironton from getting easy shots in the paint. Let's talk about the offensive side now, though, because they had a pretty good display on that end as well.
Okay, 6 players got in the scoring column for North Adams. We had Keaton Hupp with 7. She was 3 for 4 from the foul line, had 2 two-pointers. She pretty much played the whole game. She actually was their leading scorer for the year, so she was a little below her average, but that was fine. Lainey Ruckle with 4, 2 for 2 from the foul line, single 2-point goal. Harley Brand with 5, 1-3 there in that third quarter for her 5. And then Tatum Grooms with 10. All of hers were from the field, pretty much within 6 feet of the basket. She had field goals in every quarter, which is one of the few players to do that tonight. And then we had 2 ladies with 12 points each. Caitlin Berger with 12 points, 10 of those from the field, 2 for 4 from the foul line. And Kenley Jones, a single 3. She had 9 points from the field, 3 for 4 from the foul line for their total of 50, which they, like you heard the coach say, and as Matt has said, it was 50-30 North Adams here with this sectional championship. They ended up with 6 turnovers, all of those in the second half. They had none in the first half, 2 in the third quarter, and 4 in that fourth quarter. A couple of those were when some of the younger, since they're all younger players were in, just zigging when they should have zagged and not coming to meet the ball. As far as percentages, they ended up being 7 for 10, or excuse me, 10 for 15 from the foul line for 67.7%. From inside the arc for the game, 17 for 33, 51.5%. So they shot over 50% from inside the arc. Only 2 for 11 for 18.2%, which for North Adams, that's almost unheard of to only have 2 3-pointers in a game.
Absolutely,
Boys or girls, as far as that goes. Overall, 19 for 44, 43.2%. And most high school coaches at any level, and high school boys or girls, will take 43.2% from the floor in a hard-fought game, especially a tournament game.
For sure. Well, Phil, one last order of business. That is, of course, name our player of the game here on 99.5 The Edge and Good Guys Radio TV. And, this is not taken away from anybody. I think this was a very complete game by this North Adams team. But, boy, it is impressive when you have an underclassman come off the bench and not the leading scorer in the game, but certainly had a very, very impressive game. And that's going to be Tatum Grooms.
Yeah, when they needed her to get going, she gave them some hard minutes, and I want to know if she's going to be able to get out of bed by herself tomorrow. Those of you heard Matt describing that
it was maybe
linebacker tackle. She just hit from her neck clear down to her ankles pretty much on the floor, and all at one time off of rebound. And, I mean, she was floored.
It was one of the hardest shots I have ever seen in high school basketball, period. Well, man, I'm glad she's okay. She got right back up and finished the game.
Yep.
It's crazy.
The other person I want to give a shout out to here, like Matt said, everybody played a complete game. Everybody got in the game. Everybody did their part. Lainey Ruckle pretty much was in, maybe except 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Defensively, Coach Davis said this all year, she gets the hardest person, between her and Harley Brand, get the hardest person on the opposite team to guard every time.
Yeah.
And she did a yeoman's job. There was a couple times I could see she was sucking a little air, but she did a great job, and floor general most of the time tonight, too, when Kenley Jones went in particular. But congratulations to Tatum Grooms, our 99.5 The Edge and GoodGuysRadioTV.com player of the game.
All right, thanks very much, Phil. Again, folks, we will have a bunch of scores from around the area with our producer, Sarah Rigdon, right after this ball game. So be sure and stay tuned. We also have boys action still to come this afternoon. The Western Brown Broncos taking on Western Hills from Fairfield High School. Tips off at 3:30. So not going to be much time in between now and then. Should be heading courtside coming up here in about 20 to 25 minutes to start on another Baxter Tractor Sales and Stephen and Batavia tip-off show. Congrats again to Tatum Grooms, our player of the game. Congratulations again to Coach Davis and the North Adams Lady Green Devils, sectional champions, moving on to play next week. That's going to do it for our broadcast here on Good Guys Radio TV and 99.5 The Edge. For Phil Ronimus, our TV producer Brandon Rigdon, our radio producer Sarah Rigdon, and myself, Matt Hildebrand, have a great rest of your Saturday, and keep it tuned here on 99.5 The Edge. Play next week. That's going to do it for our broadcast here on Good Guys Radio TV and 99.5 The Edge. For Phil Ronimus, our TV producer Brandon Rigdon, our radio producer Sarah Rigdon, and myself, Matt Hildebrand, have a great rest of your Saturday, and keep it tuned here on 99.5 The Edge.
This has been a 99.5 The Edge Sports special presentation of high school basketball action. Presented by Southern State Community College, Health Source of Ohio, Barry Chevrolet Buick, Wallace Law Firm, and Baxter Tractor Sales. Join us next time for more exciting hoops coverage on the air, online at 995theedge.fm, and on the free 99.5 The Edge app.
Sarah with your Wallace Law Firm studio update. The game you just heard was the girls Ironton versus North Adams, and the final score was 50-30 with North Adams winning the game. Some other scores for you today. We had Huntington versus Fairfield girls game, and the final score was 48-33 with Fairfield winning the game. Southeastern 53 against Eastern 52. Girls Minford 46 against Peebles 42. You can hear the girls Lynchburg versus Piketon tournament as well, starting very soon on C103. We also have another game here on 99.5 The Edge against the boys Western Brown and Western Hills tournament at 3:30 p.m., so don't miss out on that one either. Next Saturday, we have many more basketball tournaments, both here on 99.5 and C103. Remember that you can always go to Goodguysradiotv.com and watch those in action. This has been Sarah with your Wallace Law Firm studio update.